Do-do-do-do, it's Camdork.
Hello everyone, this is Camdork, and welcome to episode 28 of Season 2 of my Buildcraft, where we play Minecraft with the mods Buildcraft, Thermal Expansion, and Forestry installed. Welcome back, guys, after quite a long time. Episode 28 is finally here. Whew, took a while. And what exactly are we looking at? Well, that's kind of the reason, part of the reason why, anyways, it took a while. So finally, the episode has arrived, and finally, as well, we've updated. And this is what happens when we update to Minecraft 1.6.4. So we're not actually using the most recent version of Minecraft, but 1.6.4 is the most recent version, anyways, that is that all the mods have been updated for. So we're using 3 mods. I have to make sure they're all updated, or they all can use the same version of Minecraft, and yeah, this is a weird thing. Mostly, there have been some changes to the mods, some pretty significant ones, and mostly that is to thermal expansion. So we'll be looking at that today. But I do want to say a little few words while we just walk around the base and see what's different. Just to kind of look at stuff. I do want to say, though, that just kind of to explain a little bit about why it took so long. It's been about 6 weeks or so since the last episode. Hello, Snowdork. How you doing? So, yeah, we've been really busy remodeling the office that I have here that I use for recording, so that's kind of why I couldn't be there. Yeah. And, yeah, oh, the interface, right. Yeah, I should put that back. Yeah, things are very different now. But, anyways, it took a while there. Family life happens as well. As you know, I have a full family, so that kind of need to be taking care of that stuff, too. But, I'm back here, and we are looking forward to doing some recording. Yeah! So, today in this episode, as I mentioned before, we are going to be looking a little bit about why my base is kind of broken, at least partially. Anyways, it's not really fully broken. We can fix everything. We're gonna look up here and see what's going on. Somehow these things are now black. What's going on? Insertion pipes are just gone. Yeah, there's lots of things that have changed, but at least I can sleep, and nothing really appears to have crashed. We've maintained all our bees, and the mods have changed. So the mods have changed pretty significantly. Like I said, thermal expansion, we are now using version 3.0.0.0 of thermal expansion. There are newer versions, but I just haven't installed them. We're also using Buildcraft version 4.2.2, like I said, and Forestry 2.3.1.0. So as you see, my bees are all happy and fine. Forestry changed a little bit, but for the most part, we're doing okay. Yeah, so this episode, what we're going to be doing, like I said, is going over what is new in these mods and how our world is going to change a little bit. That's fine. It's going to be pretty cool. So let me go ahead into a creative world so we can kind of check out a few things, and then we'll kind of head back here and see what's up, because things are up. Things are looking up, so they're all right. Things are good, right? Right. Okay. See you in a bit, and I'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. We're going to go through mod by mod, the mods that we're using for Minecraft, and kind of give a little bit of a showcase on what features have been changed in updates, and just kind of in general what's cool about each mod. We will be skipping Forestry because that one really hasn't updated much, but we'll be talking about Buildcraft and Thermal Expansion. We'll start off with Buildcraft, which had a lot of use in Season 1, where it was the only mod we were using. And I just kind of threw together some spaghetti pipes here, I guess you could say, which, because pipes are the coolest part about Buildcraft, for sure. They are a way of moving inventories from one thing or one place to another, and the logic that is capable, that you are capable of having with Buildcraft logic gates, pipe gates, and pipe wire is awesome, too. So we don't have any of that here, but this is just cool. I just thought I'd kind of throw it in there as a little way to introduce this mod. So if you haven't ever looked at Buildcraft, it's awesome. But anyways, for those of you who are back, you all know what this is all about. Some of the things that have changed, well, we'll kind of go into that, but the gates have been improved. They've added some features. But first, let me talk a little bit about the filler. So the filler is one of the machines in Buildcraft. We're just going to go look. In Buildcraft, there are machines that really haven't changed much. We haven't actually used the mining well too much. Auto workbench we've used in the past, not really this season. Quarry we have used. My feelings on the quarry are kind of that it's okay. It's not really awesome. The filler, though, is very, very useful. Probably the most useful machine in Buildcraft, next to the builder, which used to be in Buildcraft. Please, 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 Space Toad, bring that back. That was an awesome thing. But anyways, the filler is really cool. It allowed you to clear things and add blocks in specific patterns. The problem was you always had to have glass on you and bricks, because you used these to fill in a little 3x3 crafting grid to tell the filler what to do. Now they've changed that, so the GUI, the graphical user interface here, has changed to be so much more simplified. You no longer need bricks or glass, you just select which one you want, which makes complete sense that they change it this way. It just makes total sense. So this is cool. So yeah, it still has the same inventory and the same kind of functioning. It's just the way in which you select the pattern is changed for so much for the better. Awesome. I also threw a gate right here just so you can see some of the other features. So as you notice, some of the things that the gates can check for, they've added these three. It contains less than 25, less than 50, and less than 75%. And what you do is you actually select a specific item to indicate, okay, so it's less than 25% of green. We're just going to throw in some green and see. I think that's 25% of the inventory here, so I'd need a lot of green to fill that up to actually show that is not true. But believe you me, it works. And this works on gold gates and higher. You see this because you have to specify an item type. There's some other things. This work done, work scheduled. This has always been there, so that's just something that has been there in the past. Okay, moving on. This is a filtered buffer. I haven't used it too much, but basically it allows you to select a type of item. Each one of these it's kind of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 inventory single block system, and you can specify the type of blocks that go in each of these inventories, and only that type of block enters that inventory. So for example, you can have maybe yellow, you can have different types of wool, maybe dirt in one, so it will accept only, this will only accept yellow wool, orange wool, white wool, and dirt. Anything else won't be able to enter into the filtered buffer. The problem is that there's only one inventory slot for each. Like I have yellow wool, it can actually accept 2, so you can actually have, see, I can't put yellow wool here, but I can put it here and here. So this can fit 128 at this point. So it's kind of interesting. I just don't know how to use it necessarily, like what it would be useful for, but it's pretty cool, and it interacts quite well with the emerald extraction pipe, so that's pretty cool. So that's something that I haven't used before. That was introduced not in this recent update, but some time ago. Another thing that's been introduced, I don't think in the most recent update, is this. It's a floodgate. So we have the pump. Let's see. The pump is a Buildcraft machine that, here it is, that pulls out liquids like that ocean, and you can fill up tanks and move through liquid pipes and everything, and it's pretty cool. The floodgate is a kind of much-needed other part to that. So if we turn it on here after filling it with fuel, as you see, it actually squirts out the liquid. So it's kind of the opposite of a pump, and it will fill up this gradually. As you see, it's kind of filling it up. It's actually taking some fuel from this tank and filling it up. So yeah, there, see, it's going down. Cool. So it's filling this up. It'll fill this up, and it'll kind of overflow if I gave it too much, which I might have, but that's okay. We'll be checking it later, but that's pretty cool. You can shut it off and on through redstone. See, it's shut off, but there's still source blocks all through here. So I'll turn it on. We'll fill this up. Hopefully it'll be not overflowing. The other thing I'll talk about, there's two other things. There's the power system in Buildcraft, which I think deserves, wait, hold on a second, a kind of an overview, because things are a little different than what we had it before, as well as some new pipes that were added, which we'll talk about over there. So first, the power system. They are now called, these power pipes, they used to be called conductive pipes. They are now called kinesis pipes. Okay, that's cool. And they've changed a little bit in terms of how they were used, at least in the past. We actually haven't used Buildcraft energy, or at least we haven't used the Buildcraft conductive pipes, or kinesis pipes as they're now called, in this season much. Just because we have been using thermal expansion for a lot of those things, and thermal expansion conduits for our energy in our base, which is why you saw the awfulness in the very beginning of this episode. But anyways, it's worth looking and discussing Buildcraft energy because it's pretty cool. I actually like the look of these pipes, really, a lot. The aesthetics of Buildcraft are very awesome. But anyways, so pipes work the same kind of way. Wooden kinesis pipes are extraction, so they will extract energy. 32 is plenty. Now, if you notice, these different pipes have different things written under them. They are basically just gathered right from here. The MJ/T is a Minecraft joule per tick. It indicates the amount or current, essentially, that each pipe can handle. So cobblestone pipe can only handle 8 Minecraft joules per tick, whereas a stone pipe can handle double that. And quartz is even more, gold is even more, diamonds the most, and then you have this other one called an iron kinesis pipe. Looks a little different. And it kind of is, it's weird because it can actually handle from anywhere from 2 to 128 in specific increments. So if you look at this, if you just right click with a wrench on here, you'll see it says switch to 4 Minecraft joules per tick, 8, 16, 32, 64, and 128. So this is actually kind of like a dimmer switch for power, which is awesome. The problem, and the other cool thing about it, is you can actually control it with a gate. So we can actually say, maybe if power is traversing, switch to all these different limits, which is cool. The problem is that the lowest it can go is 2. I would love to have this be an actual switch where you can set it to go 0. That would be awesome. So, if by chance Space Toad or any other developers of Buildcraft, you are listening to this, please add that to this iron kinesis pipe. It would be very awesome to have a switch for the power system. So I have this actually set up over here, just a little power system going on. This is 12 engines, and they are generating some power. And they're running this quarry, yay! But the problem is, look at this, this thin little line is like no current at all. And that's because this is set to 2 Minecraft joules per tick on this iron kinesis pipe. So we can right click it, set it to 4. Alright, nothing's happening. Oh, that's enough to get this start going. Let's set it to 8, because this is generating 72 in total. That's each one of these engines can generate 6 Minecraft joules per tick, and that means that 6 times 12, that's 72. Yeah, I think so. Anyways, so this is going pretty good. This is 16. Yay, quarry, go! 32. Woo, yeah. 64. All right, get it going. And finally 128. All right, yes. Although it's not in total 128, but you see now this is a lot thicker, showing there's a lot more energy. Wow, go to town, quarry. That is crazy. That is awesome. All right, let me slow this down to 2. Okay. In fact, let me just turn it off for now. This is crazy. Okay. All right, so that's basically it. Next, we'll move on to the new pipes that were added, and that's over here. So the new pipes that were added that really I want to talk about, and these are item transport pipes, are this lazuli transport pipe, diazuli transport pipe, and mzuli transport pipe. So you see this lazuli transport pipe, it says it paints items. Okay, that's fun. It's not really having it to do with color, though. It's really to do with sort of a memory system for items. Diazuli transport pipe routes painted items, and mzuli transport pipe kind of does a lot of things at once. It's kind of a combination type of pipe. So we're going to talk about lazuli and diazuli pipes. So, for example, and I'll just kind of show this by example to give you an idea. When they say paint pipes, it means that items going through the pipe are painted a certain color. Now, they're not really painted. The colors actually don't change. So I have white wool in here in each of these chests. And what we're going to do is we're going to set it up a system where this white wool, say, is painted with a specific color. These are 3 lazuli pipes. We're just going to right-click on them with a wrench, and you see the color changes. So let's pick red for this one. Let's pick the fun green, the neon green. Come on, the lime green. And this one we're going to do blue, a nice blue color. Let's see which one. That's a good blue color. Yeah, it's fine. You know what? Let's do purple. Yeah, let's do purple. Okay, so we have red, green, and purple. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually, have them paint items. So as they go through the system, they're just going to go through the system, and then they hit these things called diazuli pipes. Now, if you notice, they're kind of a mixture. They're called diazuli because they're a mixture of lazuli, which paints items, and a diamond pipe, which routes or sorts items. So we can actually sort by the painting color of each item. And what that means is essentially this doesn't paint an item, it really just flags it. So each item coming through this lazuli pipe is flagged with, in this case, a green flag. And as it passes through the system, it's going to hit this diazuli pipe, which is looking for, if you look at the color, it's a black flag. So if we shift right-click, it changes the color. So maybe we're going to do that lime green. Okay, we'll put that lime green right here. Come on, lime green. There it is. Okay, so any item coming through this pipe that has a lime green flag will go this way. Otherwise, they're going to go just straight through. And so what's our other colors? Red. Okay, there's red and that purple, right? I think that was it. Is that? Yeah, I think that's the purple. Cool, so we should have all the purple flag items go here, all the red flagged items go here, and all the green flagged items go here. So we'll just set that up to go. Be really quick and easy. And here we go. So we'll just show you how it works. Wait. Why is this not? Oh, there's nothing in. Wait. Why is there? Okay, you know what? Let me just turn this back off. Screw this. For some reason the pipes aren't really. This isn't functioning right. Let me just get rid of this. Just get rid of this. I mean, there's items in the inventory, so that's weird. All right, there we go. There we go. So just kick out some items. Okay, as you see, they're going through. They're getting painted. Yep, there they go. See that little box around them? It's green in this case. It's purple in this case. It's red in this case. They're going to combine and then get a little bit sped up. Come on, items. Oh, crap. There they go. Okay, now they're going to go over. Sorry. My bad. My fault. My fault. My fault. It was set to actually go down. Okay, so all the green painted items are going down here. The red painted items will go, yep, see the red painted items go down there, and the purple painted items go down there. Pretty cool. So that's pretty sweet. That's kind of cool. And I'll kind of comment on what I think about this lazuli and diazuli pipes in a bit. First, we're going to talk about, though, the mzuli pipe. So that's kind of how this is how these lazuli pipes work. So pretty cool. They paint items, they flag them in a certain color, and then the diazuli ones are used to sort them based on that flag. Mzuli kind of works based on the combination of an emerald pipe and a lazuli pipe. So it's got a weird looking GUI, but basically it can, depending on the item type, which you specify in here, so say we just want white wool in the red case and white wool in the green case. We'll have, you can have white wool in both of these, and you'll see what I mean in a second. So maybe in this red case, this dictates what it does. Let me, 1 second. So as it's pulling out items, it kind of has to work in conjunction with an autarchic gate. As it's pulling off, and you'll see why in a minute. So as it's pulling out items, maybe we want to paint it in one of the colors that we had before. Oh, it was purple, right? Okay, one of the colors is purple. So in the red box, we're going to take out the white wool and paint it purple. In the green box, we're going to take out the white wool and paint it, was it light blue? No, that wasn't one of the colors. Green. We'll do the green. Yeah, we'll do the lime green. Lime green. Okay, and then we're going to set this autarchic gate to say that when, let's see, when there is a redstone signal, and we'll give it a redstone signal in a minute, do the blue extraction preset, the green, the red, or the yellow. So we're going to actually set it to go, let's see, when there's items in here, so we're going to actually say when there's red signals on, do the green. Is that what we had? Yeah, there's a green and red. Okay, so when the red signal's on, do the green. When the red signal is off, do the red. Okay, so you see it's set to do the red extraction preset, but nothing's happening, and that's because you're not actually extracting items. You need to actually have this autarchic gate function. So I'm going to say items in inventory. Oh crap, this should be a diamond ore gate, shouldn't it? That's bad. That's okay. You know what? Hold on a second. Let me set this up again. Give me a minute. Okay, back, and we have an OR gate. So this is a diamond OR gate. We're going to say, again, redstone signal is on. We're going to do the, what is it, green? Redstone signal off. We're going to do the red. The red is paint it purple. The green is paint it green. Alright, so that's fine. And then we're going to say that I have no items in here yet, but if there's items in inventory, function like you should function. Any item, we don't have to specify. Okay, so we'll just put a few in here. I don't know why that's not working, but anyways, I guess you have to specify. Okay. You know what, whatever. Okay, so as you see, it's actually painting things purple. And the reason... Wow, it is doing a single energy... Oh, it's doing a single energy pulse. My bad, my bad. Okay, there we go. Okay, now it's pulling out items that are purple. Great. Why are they purple? Because it's set to do the red preset. Now we can have it paint things... you know what, let me just throw in a bunch of wool. We can have it set to paint things... let's see, let's give myself a lever. When I switch the redstone energy, it's going to change it to a green preset, which means paint it green. So I switched it, and now you see it's painting it green. Cool. Switch it back on the other way, and it's painting purple. So you can basically paint items based on other criteria. Pretty cool. That's kind of useful. That's actually kind of useful. Now the thing about these lazuli and diazuli pipes that are kind of confusing to me is the point. Because if you noticed in the first case, we basically just said items from this chest go into that chest, items from the middle chest go into this first chest, and items from this chest go into this chest. We could have actually sorted items that way by just running pipes individually. So this consolidated pipes, but that was it. The M-Zuli pipe gives you a little more capability, but in the first case we basically just sorted by location alone, and that was it. This M-Zuli combined with the Diazuli pipes gives you some more capabilities, which are pretty cool, and I think we might be able to use that, but I kind of doubt the Lazuli pipes by themselves are going to be that useful, but they're kind of cool. Alright, so that's Buildcraft. It's a long way of describing it, but I think it was worth describing what the changes were. Okay, so let's move on to thermal expansion, which is drastically different in many ways. Okay, so I'll see you in a second. And now, everyone, welcome to the completely different world of thermal expansion version 3.0.0.0. This is for Minecraft 1.6.4, and since the last version 2. Whatever you used, huge differences have been made. Huge differences. The number one difference and the biggest difference is that the power system has changed entirely for thermal expansion. New conduits completely, but not only that, thermal expansion no longer uses Minecraft joules. Oh crap. So what we have here is two different mods that they used to share the same power. So everything used to be Minecraft joules. We were all happy. You know, you could use thermal expansion, power generated from thermal expansion in Buildcraft, and vice versa. Buildcraft can generate power that could be used by thermal expansion. Which in fact is how we had our base set up. We had Buildcraft engines generating power for thermal expansion machines. The difference is that this is no longer the case. Let's see, yeah. This RF, so here we have energy cells here. You see how this is now, this is 40, it holds 400,000, I'm sorry, RF. RF stands for redstone flux. It's no longer Minecraft joules. Now 10 redstone flux is approximately, or is equal to 1 Minecraft joule. The good news is that thermal expansion does work with Minecraft joules, but it's a one-way street. So it cannot convert Minecraft joules. They cannot be converted into redstone flux using thermal expansion, but you can convert redstone flux into Minecraft joules. So what this means is that Forestry, which also uses Minecraft joules, Buildcraft, which also uses Minecraft joules, they all use Minecraft joules. We can either only use Minecraft joules and ignore thermal expansion's energy and machines, which is kind of a bad idea. Or in order to make it work for everything in our base, we'll have to generate only redstone flux and then use it for everything. And when we connect to Buildcraft machines, we'll be able to have them function. So for example, here we go. We have a filler set up to just fill. I gave it a bunch of wool, and we're just going to turn this on. And actually, the energy cells themselves are a little different now. So this is a type of conduit. We'll get into that in a second. It's called a leadstone energy conduit. This is a leadstone energy cell. as indicated here. It sort of looks about the same, it just different terminologies here. The other difference you have is that there's actually a configuration tab now for things. Blue means essentially receiving power. You can designate each side to be either receiving, sending, or not connected. So this left side here, if you see the yellow is essentially not connected, means nothing's connected to it, and red or orange is connected. So if we set that here, this filler will all of a sudden start going. Yay! But the problem is that it doesn't seem to be able to shut off the power somehow. It can shut off the power when sending it to other things in thermal expansion, but I think there's a kind of funny way in which this works with Buildcraft where it does not shut off the power that way. So we might have some issues, but generally speaking, it works fine for other things in Buildcraft and Forestry, so we'll be all right. So for example, tree farms don't suck power out, but fillers will just keep grabbing the power even if there's nothing left to do. They'll just be grabbing power constantly. That's what I've found. But that's that. So I'm just going to set this to not connected, and that's the only way to shut it off at this point. So as you see, there's different types now of conduits, energy conduits, as well as different types of energy cells. So they kind of function so that they are kind of similar to the Buildcraft energy system, where they're different colors and different types are capable of different amounts. So for example, in the energy conduits, there's leadstone, which transfers redstone flux at 80 redstone flux per tick. Hardened energy conduit, which transfers at 400 RFs per tick. And a redstone energy conduit, which transfers 10,000 RFs per tick. So as you see, they're just different rates. They can hold different amounts. And then the energy cells themselves also have similar issues here. So as you see, they go from leadstone to hardened to redstone, and they're just basically higher and higher and higher as you get here to a resonant. That's the highest. And then this purple one is a creative energy cell. So this is actually infinite power source, just used in creative. Although you notice we had those in our base, so we'll have to destroy these because that's cheating. But you know, they function like kind of normal, and like I said, like I was just kind of mentioning, you can set these sides to be either sending or receiving. This one is set to send through this pipe here to this guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on, and you should be able to see this going up. Yep, there it is, and this is going down. And then this guy is actually sent to send it out over here, and yeah. It's a bit confusing because there's no front, there's no obvious front to these things, so you don't know when you're configuring it which one is the front and which one's the sides. That's the only thing. That's kind of bad. Just in talking about the power generation, how do we generate redstone flux? Well, you use one of these different types of dynamos, which are basically like Buildcraft engines, although they don't animate as such, but they can be controlled by a redstone current. So as you see here, I have some compression dynamos. They actually run basically like a compression or the Buildcraft equivalent of the combustion engine, where they run with a liquid fuel and cooling with water, and they generate some power. As you see here, they're generating power that's being given to this redstone energy cell. Now, the engines are smart. They will start using fuel. As you see, it's using it at a pretty good rate. If I put a full redstone energy cell here, obviously that's done. But this no longer uses fuel, so it kind of shuts itself off, but it doesn't actually shut itself off. I don't know. It's a little odd. I don't know if these explode, but you know, I'll be finding out. But that's what we'll be using. One very bad thing, though, is that thermal expansion does not talk to Buildcraft like it used to, so these gates no longer are able to read the different states of the redstone energy cell. So that's kind of a bummer, but I guess it's not necessarily needed because thermal expansion has its own way of making sure to sort of be smart about its power generation and usage, which is kind of nice. I should note that the gates normally can interact with thermal expansion machines, just like they used to be able to. But as you notice, the Buildcraft kinesis pipes don't connect to these machines anymore like they used to. Normal pipes will, but not the kinesis pipes. So again, you can't use Buildcraft generated energy, Minecraft joules, with thermal expansion machines, but you can do the opposite. You can use thermal expansion energy with Buildcraft machines. And this is gonna be a storm. Whoa, wait. Weather clear. All right, so now let's just go through some of the machines in thermal expansion. They've added a few more, but these are all pretty standard. They've changed the names of some. This is a redstone furnace now instead of a powered furnace. The pulverizer for mashing up things. The sawmill. The induction smelter as a more kind of advanced redstone furnace plus pulverizer. Magma crucible for making lava and such. Fluid transposer for kind of moving around fluids within items. Glacial precipitator, that's cool. Igneous extruder can make those 3. Aqueous accumulator for making water from nothing. Cyclic assembler for basically as an automatic crafting thing. And energetic infuser which can fill items that require energy. Totally useless for us in these mods because there's no things that really require energy for us. The final-ish thing I will talk about, different machines as well. Then they added these 3. There's a nullifier, which I forget exactly what that does. There's a terrain smasher, which does some fun things. And this autonomous activator is kind of cool. Let's just check it out. It looks funny. But basically what it does is, and I'm just going to do this, it's a right-click emulator. So it emulates a right-click. So if you just put a piece of grass there, or I'm sorry, dirt there, and we'll stick a sapling in the inventory. It can, for example, plant the sapling. Ta-da! You can have it emulate a right click, a left click. Oops, see, as you see, it did a left click and it was able to destroy things. Whether it's doing it in sneak mode or not sneak mode, and you can have it give it something like a tool to use and it will use it as well. You can have it use items like this in a round robin or randomly or whatever. It's kind of cool. It's pretty cool. We'll be looking at that a little bit. We might have some good uses for it. So pretty awesome, actually. That's a nice addition. I'm going to turn off the music, though. Woo. And then finally, I'm going to talk about thermal expansion, which created its own little item moving around things, its own little pipe system. They're just called the item ducts instead of fluid ducts and energy conduits. They're item conduits, essentially. What are they called, actually? The final thing here, item duct, yep. And they come in opaque or not opaque versions, so if I just put an opaque one here, you can't see the item going through the opaque. You can with the clear ones. I think it saves some CPU power if you can't see it. So I'll just put some items in here for 2 stacks or so. And these are actually pretty cool because they can transfer a stack at a time, which is kind of nice, but they're not as fun looking as Buildcraft things. So you can set these to be either not connected, going into or out of things, and then in order to have things go out, you just power the pipe. And you should see some things pop out. There's 1 and 2 stacks. Stacks are all gone. And now they go. And now these function differently than Buildcraft pipes would. Normally at a Buildcraft junction, it randomly would go up or to the right. With item ducts, they automatically go to the shortest available destination. And you can fool it by going to different destinations. I'll just turn this off for a second. By doing this, we're going to play around a little bit. So if you right-click on one of these pipes, you set it to either red, green, or clear. Clear means there's really nothing new to this. Red essentially means this has this essentially artificially makes this pipe like 1,000,000 times longer. So what it'll do now is find that the shortest route to the destination is this middle chest. So if we do it this way, we'll see in a second. Just want to get out one item. This item will ignore this because it thinks this is much farther away than it is, and go to this one preferentially. Cool. And then we'll see what happens when we do the green one. Green essentially shortens this by a crazy amount. So I think this green one should now, I think it should go to the item should go to the one at the end. There we go. Alright, now you can see, you can't see the item going through. Well, you kind of can, I guess, technically. Alright, so it can't go through there, it thinks it's really way long, and it should go into this one. Yep, see? And it preferentially chooses the green over the clear or anything else, and definitely over red. So, it's kind of cool. So you have ways of sorting that, and you can make things go faster, I believe, by adding, you can actually add the servers, pneumatic servers. They're not just for crafting anymore, they actually can be Installed in pipes. I don't think it goes that much faster, honestly. I didn't really notice too much of a difference, but let's see. Let's see. Does it go much faster? Not really. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't seem to go that much faster. Anyways, I'm not really sure what it does then. But there you go. That's basically the updates in a nutshell. There's some other things that we can talk about, but we're not going to talk about them right now. We'll kind of get to them as we go along. Let's head back to the world and see what we need to do to fix things and what exactly is broken now that we understand what's going on. All right, see you there. Well, guys, now that we have spent about 35 minutes or so talking about the updates, it's time to get back to our base. Yeah, so we don't have much time here, but I guess I can go a little longer than I anticipated, just because I haven't been recording any episodes in quite a while. So here we are. Things are okay. Basically, next episode, we're going to be messing with the, I think, the power system, getting that up and running. Let's go ahead and look at some things here and see what we can do. Let's turn this music down just a tad. Okay, so let's sort of see what's going on here. So basically, another effect of this thermal expansion things I show you right here. This is an induction smelter. I put it back because what you see here is actually when you right-click on it, this is a pulverizer, but as you see, nothing. You can't see anything. And that's the case for all of these thermal expansion things. So if you look, here's the sawmill, and if I look at the configuration, it's actually all blank. This is weird, right? If you just remove it and put it back, it's all good again. So, yeah, whatever. That's weird. But it's nothing too crazy. So I just have to kind of replace everything there. And with these guys, we can right-click to remove, shift right-click anyways. And leadstone energy circuit, but as they are, they can't be used. You have to put this in the crafting table, so you can just throw this in the square and get back red leadstone energy conduits. And these will actually connect. As you notice, these other ones don't. But I can make them into usable things, I just need to recraft them. So that's okay. And then finally, these guys right here, they are the cheat items. It's a creative energy cell, where all the other old energy cells used to be. So we'll be doing this to them because that would be cheating otherwise. Goodbye. Getting rid of that. We're just going to have to make some more. So I'm going to do that, and oh, and then finally I should say, these actually don't put out light. You need to update them, and once the block is updated, then they work. So it looks like I've already done that to a few of these guys here. Here's one that probably needs updating. And I do this, and now it's a little lighter. So I need to actually update these lamps and maybe put them in again. I don't know how that works. For some reason they're all black. I can either repaint them or just, I think, recraft them. I think that'll work too. Again, you should notice that there's no insertion pipes anymore, so I have to sort of just deal with that. We'll have to just use normal pipes, I guess. Yeah, so insertion pipes are gone from the mod. They were deleted from the thermal expansion, probably because their item ducts are replacements for that. And then I already changed these things over, but you'll notice that these are alt-archic gates are all on. And the reason is because items in inventory is always true now if there are bees. They count as items in inventory. They used to not before. Here's one. What we're going to do is we're actually going to set this to be not items in inventory, but we'll set it to be, oh, for some reason that doesn't, that wasn't a pristine stock. We'll set it to be, where's one that's pretty close to done? Yeah, here's one that's close. Okay, we'll set this to be, not that, but missing queen or princess. So that means when this queen dies, it will pull out any items that are created here, in addition to the bees, and then when the bees go back, it'll turn off like this. So that's pretty cool, right? That's how we're gonna get around it. So I'm just gonna change all those over to that because I don't like to have alt-archic gates on all the time. I don't like to have anything on all the time if I can help it. That's why I've installed it on everything that I have, kind of. So that's cool. And like I said, the bees are all, you know, nothing different from about the bees except for the fact that we now have this thing called pristine stock for those queens that are completely pure, which is pretty cool, pretty awesome. All right, so that's kind of all the time we have for today. I don't want to go too long because I just never like to. 40 minutes is actually pretty long for a YouTube video, so I just don't like to go much longer than that. But realizing that you guys probably like it, and I guess this is a cause for celebration because we actually checked, and it turns out I have 5,000 subscribers. Wow, cool, right? Never in my wildest dreams did I believe that I would ever get 5,000 subscribers. Not something I was going for, I should say. I record videos because I enjoy doing it, not because I look for subscribers and money and all that other stuff. Really don't care about that. This is just fun stuff for me to do. And I think that's the key to being a decent YouTuber, just have fun with it. So, thanks guys for watching the video, and I guess thanks for subscribing. That's kind of up to you, and I don't really mind. You notice I never ask, please subscribe to my videos and like and comment. Comment if you want to comment. Like if you really think that does much. Subscribe if you care enough to do that. I really don't want to be pushy because there's no point in doing it. This is all really for me and for me to have fun, and a side benefit is that you guys get to enjoy it as well. Or at least those of you who enjoy it get to enjoy it. Anyways, I'm getting kind of sick here, so that's why my voice might sound a little weird. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching once again, and glad to be back after quite a long time. Looking forward to getting back into it, and I got some other videos of some things recorded that I will be also releasing as well as time permits. So see you later, guys, and we usually end up here, so one of these days I'm not going to end up here. Anyways, see you guys later, guys. I will see you in the next video. Stay tuned to episode 29. Bye-bye, guys.